Hey guys, Mubarak here of InvestHQ. Hope you're having a great Saturday. It's the weekend, and even though you can kind of relax and enjoy, if you really want to be a successful trader, make money in the crypto markets, they're running 24/7. So you really got to hustle, keep the studying going, keep learning about it. I really have been thinking about this a lot recently, and I feel like whenever I look at times in my life when I've been very successful, all revenues and businesses have been up and to the right, my trading has been going well. The number one asset I've found, or the number one skill set or feeling that I need to have is urgency. All right, that feeling that you need to make it work now. That's what has been the differentiator for me. When you wake up, a lot of the times, I don't know if you guys have this feeling, and it's interesting because I don't know if you guys have heard this book. It's called like The Billionaire Habits by Tim Ferriss. But basically, what it is he Tim Ferriss, very popular character. He created the book A 4 Hour Work Week and has a podcast, one of the top ones in the world, pretty much right now. And so he has this a whole he made the book where he interviews about 100 different people, and or I think 300 different people who are like at the top of their game, right? Athletes, generals, top business people, investors, billionaires, all of that. And he put it together and talked about kind of their thought processes, their habits, their motivation, all of that. Really cool book to check out, quick, interesting read. And one of the most interesting things I found that was that, a lot of the similar feelings that you and I might have of, waking up and not knowing exactly what to do on a daily basis, or not having the motivation to get up out of bed. These little things that you might be, I mean, I'm perfectly happy, perfectly comfortable, I can never complain, I feel blessed. But when I get up in the morning sometimes, like at certain points of my life, I've just been like, you know what, let me just go back to sleep. Let me spend a bit more time, um, just in bed on my phone and stuff. And so what I realized at that point versus what I'm in now, the phase I'm in now, is I jump out of bed. I get up before my alarm. And the key asset there is urgency. The feeling of needing to do something soon. Like needing to get it done, not soon, but now. And to be honest, if anyone's watching this, I mean, I know this is crypto related and I'm totally getting off topic, but just something for you guys to think about. Anyway, don't know where that rant came from, but what I do want to talk about today, which I had planned, was the new news that came out from Bank of America, and this is going to be all over different banks. I'm going to show you a bank in India, or even the whole Indian government also talking about something similar, where cryptocurrencies are now being almost a threat to their business model. And essentially what that means is, because of the way that these banks are allowing or disallowing certain customers from utilizing either their credit cards or their debit cards or their bank accounts to partake in crypto transactions, that's going to determine, where these customers and perhaps millennials are going. So for example, Bank of America is saying that now, because of, in the past, what they did was they barred customers from using credit cards to purchase cryptocurrencies, right? But now they see that, okay, clients may choose to conduct business with other market participants, right? So now if you wanted to use your credit card to purchase cryptocurrencies, you wouldn't go to Bank of America. And this wouldn't be a big deal when cryptocurrency was only used by 1,000 people, or even 10 or 100,000 people. But now that it's getting widespread use over hundreds of millions of people around the world, and its market cap will soon probably be at $1 trillion, it's a real threat. People are understanding, especially banks, right? The financial institutions now, they have this real threat in front of them. I think they underestimated it, and now it's becoming a lot more widespread than you can even imagine. I mean, as you probably saw in the last vlog, we found that Venezuela, right, a country that has sanctions from the US against it, came out with a cryptocurrency and raised $800 million, which is pretty interesting that Telegram raised more in their initial coin offering than a whole government, a whole country of the world. That's another topic. And now, Iran is, piggybacking off of that. So it's interesting to see, these types of countries coming out with cryptocurrencies backed upon their own country's reserves. You know, soon enough, cryptocurrency is going to be part of economic policy. It's going to be part of fiscal policy. And that's insane to think about that. We're living through the craziest times in history, right? We've already seen the biggest bubble of the world in history occur with what happened with Bitcoin. And honestly, it's probably going to keep going up, but it's also probably not even going to be a bubble, right? Especially a lot of the times we talk about just the United States, but it's much bigger than that. As you can see here, even in India, blockchain technologies may terminate all traditional banking services and jobs by 2030. That's a strong claim. That's a strong claim by a government that doesn't even allow for debit and credit card usage for cryptocurrency purchases, right? They're anti-cryptocurrency because of the ramifications that come along with it. So it's not necessarily that they don't believe in the technology, but they know that it's a massive disruptor to their whole ecosystem, right? So, the finance minister said that cryptocurrencies are not even valid tender. So in those scenarios, it's important to note that, blockchain, I mean, again, I feel like I almost say this every time, but it's here to stay. Now it's done. Now what you need to do is equip yourself with the knowledge of what blockchain technology can do for you. What actually it means. What is the blockchain? What are all these cryptocurrencies doing? And that's kind of what I want to help you guys reach. That's why I'm doing these vlogs. It's even for me to stay up to date with, what's going on in the crypto world. These are massive changes that are going on that are going to have effects and ripple effects throughout the economies of various countries in the world, if not every country in the world. So it's just important to keep in mind that, what is going on, right? Knowledge and information is gonna be what keeps you ahead of the curve. So, I definitely recommend checking out these types of, if you're still on the fence about whether or not cryptocurrency is real, whether you should invest in it. I mean, things like this, when you got multi-billion-dollar banks, when you have the governments of massive countries in the world talking about it, knowing that it's here to stay, knowing that they need to prepare for it, I think that should be a good, clear indicator for you guys of how to react accordingly. So yeah, if you like this video, please like, subscribe. Please comment below. Let me know what kind of information you're looking for, what you want to what you want me to see from me in terms of content production. I'm constantly messing around with different ideas and different kind of news articles or different types of conversations that I find interesting. So I hope you guys do too, and I'll see you guys.